so as the leaks of chapter 263 have come. Yes, the previous chapter was an extension of 262, so we can call it 262.5. And chapter 263 has actually been leaked now, which has 19 pages. Now many incidents have happened in these 19 pages. In fact, a new character has returned. I have started getting bored somewhere in my fight. Let me tell you what kind of incidents happened in chapter 263. Now before starting the video, our usual spoiler alert. So at the beginning of the chapter itself, the barrier of the unlimited ward gets destroyed. It must have happened like this. And brother, here even the skin of Sukuna got torn and he literally went outside the barrier and landed. Not only this, Sukuna's male Valencer barrier also got destroyed. Here I was wondering how Yuta pulled off the ultimate technique purple. That means Yuta is not capable of using this technique. That is, he is not there. But still Brat tells G. I am adding some dialogues from my mind. Now Todo and G also jump into this point fight. And Todo directly tells Yuta that brother, you shower purple and do not worry that we will come in between. Because in this case we also come in the crossfire. So I will use my 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢 and play such a trick. If seen, this plan is good. Specifically, after using the domain, Sukuna cannot use his ultimate technique at the moment, so the tree kicking is done, but Yuta falls right there because the 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐭 technique had stopped working before 5 minutes. Yes, 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐭 technique happened here, because Yuta opened his domain and you all know how many complications arise after opening a domain. And as we all have discussed earlier that if 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐭 technique stops working then what can happen to Yuta? So brother, one of its effects is visible that Yuta collapsed and look brother, even Rika is not with Yuta now, so Yuta cannot use the copy again. That means Rika is not there. Rika is very important, so the limitless vacancy has now become a kind of bunt-out technique which Yuta will not be able to use now. By the way, the thing to think here is that how is 𝐂𝐸𝐲𝐲𝐽 able to continue using his curse technique even after opening the domain? That means no one can have better knowledge than the one who has the curse technique, even if someone else has copied that curse technique. Now Yuta too sees that Yuta has reached his limit and he asks Sukuna what kind of program he is showing. Sukuna does not call Sukuna the king of courage for nothing. He is spreading so many people in a line. Now there was a distraction in Todo's administration and if anyone gets distracted, Sukuna will not leave. He came and gave a black flash and laterally hit Todo with a black flash. But even after getting hit by the black flash, Todo was swapping Yuji's places with the help of his 𝐵𝐸𝐵𝐸𝐵, so that Yuji was able to create such an angle that Sukuna could not beat, and then Yuji would beat Kana. He was also doing the same. Meanwhile, Todo notices that shards of barrier were floating around Yuta. Yuji is not finished yet. Yuta will jump back into the fight, but by the time Yuta comes, Todo had a chance to show the magic of his 𝐵𝐸𝐴𝐵𝐸𝐵. With the help of Todd's 𝐵𝐸𝐵𝐵𝐸, both Todo and Sukuna together start beating Sukuna. In fact, Yuji dismantles so perfectly because it goes straight to the barrier of Sukuna and Megumi's souls. It seems, basically, Yuji was doing such attacks to wake up Megumi, meaning, he has not yet accepted defeat. Till now, the desire to save his friend Megumi is inside him and brother, Yuji is able to do such attacks so accurately because probably he is dismantling the exact barrier by using the binding wave. The situation was such that friends, Sukuna was getting knocked down, because if Sukuna continues to bear such attacks continuously, then Sukuna and Megumi will get separated, meaning, Sukuna's end will also come, the body will burst. Now here suddenly Sukuna throws some of his fingers, that is, he takes them out, and then he takes it back in his hand. Now I don't know why he did this. He must have used some Hinaraki technique, or some other plot armor. It hasn't been explained yet. This thing might be done in the next chapter. But Todo dodges Yuji's attack in the middle, then he retaliates against Yuji. Now this was the Viber Slap with the help of which he was able to do 𝐵𝐸𝐵𝐸𝐵𝐸 or it kind of broke. Todo wanted to use his Viber Slap for the last time and something big before the Viber Slap breaks completely. So yes, Todo tries and finally makes the Viber Slap work in 23 attempts and he swaps Hana Kurusu's who has Angel's cursed technique. Yes friends, Hana was directly on top of Sukuna and because from there she will hit JJK later. If you didn't know, it means cling, read it carefully. You guys, this Todo's wiper was broken but Baya Todo had done his job. In fact, he had extended the range of his curse technique with the help of binding wave. He said extend, not extend, but left. So here such a story goes into flashback where Hana is taking treatment. After being hit by Sukuna during the killing game, Angel says that after killing Gojo, her work is over. But Hana was worried about Megumi. Hana and Angel are different. Hana has Angel inside her just like Megumi has Sukuna. All two. Both of them are in a good relationship. Now here Yuta says that in the future battles we will have to depend on the best technique of Hana or Angel. Basically when Sukuna is at his limit then Hana can fire her Jacob slider and end Sukuna. There is also a thought that due to Jacob's slider Megumi's soul will also be set which may save Megumi. Yuta says that when an opponent comes in front of him, he just thinks that how many and which techniques Yuta has copied and kept with himself. But they never think that the original user of the technique that Yuta has copied can also come forward. Especially those people who know the condition of his copy technique. They start thinking that Yuta has snatched that technique, instead of thinking that he has just copied it. Yuta says that the real power of his copy technique is that he has two cards in his hand and both these cards are of the same kind. Meaning to say that basically Yuta can use the technique that he has copied. But the original user of the technique at the same time can also use that technique. Because Yuta has not snatched it, he has just copied his curse technique. So it is current. This is what happened in the fight where Hana came and she hit maximum output Jacob's ladder technique. Looking at the photos, it seems that this technique has hit Sukuna in the proper way and Sukuna has become absolutely fly. And this is where chapter 263 ends and the editor's note was that finally a trump card was played on the 11th hour. It remains to be seen what will happen next in the battle of death. So guys, these were all the leaks and ideals of chapter 263. So I will end this video but not today. Today I have something important to say. Look, JJK's manga is very close to my heart. So close that I have the most videos of JJK on my channel. But frankly speaking I am not enjoying the last few chapters. In fact, the manga was on decline only after chapter 236. But it got better at some places but now I am not enjoying it at all. Like the same things are being repeated where a new player will come in the battle and he will be hyped. Flashback plans will be shown, Sukuna will start losing and then suddenly Sukuna will win. This pattern has happened more than 10 times till now. So many people came to the battle and lost. And it's becoming mind-boring for me. In fact, I am thinking how many things these people had predicted in flashback. They have flashback of everything. When they had already made all the predictions, then why are they not winning the battle? I know Sukuna is very strong, but every time they come close to giving him the final blue, one of their trump cards comes out, but Sukuna will do something binding, and then everything will backfire. This is the reason why I have reduced the JJK videos on my channel a lot. Like in the last 1 month I had uploaded one video. I have to cover the part from leak which comes weekly. I keep covering it. But I also want to change this situation a bit. So my plan from now on will be that I will not cover the leaks in a separate video unless something very important has happened in the leaks. By the way, so that's all in today's video. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, then like and share the video. If you are new on this channel then please subscribe to our channel.